Yeah, so if we look at edge computing for manufacturing, I think we need to look a little bit into the past of the manufacturing vertical, right? Looking back, manufacturing has been, I would say, a stable environment, big, heavy machines being on-site, operating in heavy environments. But these conditions and the environment is changing, right? So we now see more flexibility on the shop floor. We see more flexibility when it comes to customer requirements, yeah? And all these innovation things, yeah, they require more digitalization, they require more computing power that doesn't only happen in the cloud, but also happens on-site, in the factory, on the shop floor, right? And this is exactly where edge computing comes in. And let me maybe use an example here. I always compare edge computing a bit with harvesting in agriculture, right? One is the harvester is on-site, completely autonomous, right? And basically does the job on-site no matter what happens out in the outside world. And that's exactly what edge computing does. It makes sure that all the data we see on the shop floor is processed and handled on-site in the facility. And the second thing is it does filtering, because the harvester brings up the wheat that then gets processed in the rest of the process. And that's also what edge computing does, because only the data that is really needed gets transferred to the cloud and gets then processed by the rest of the, let's say, value chain that we see.
Well, Thomas brought up some great points, and I know it's maybe a little cliche, but the possibilities are endless. I mean, if you take the fact that there's multiple data, there's these large amounts of data throughout a plant, there's these islands. I mean, you could consider them islands. And being able to pull that together and make some decisions real time and get some action out of that is super powerful. Customers today are looking to reduce energy consumption. They're reducing scrap. They want to have more uptime. So in order to be able to do that, you have to be able to be flexible and pull this information in. It's just like, you used harvesting. I'm going to use my kids. I'm a mother of 4. And they're all different. Just like you're trying to get them to do different things, and you want them all to be successful. In order to do that, it's different for each of them. For our customers, it's the same. You have to be able to work together, pull everything into one location. I had a colleague and friend of mine that used to say, it's, you have all this data, everybody has data, you're data rich, but knowledge poor. So the edge really helps us take that step on that journey to Industry 4.0 and be able to take it maybe in some small steps. So if you're looking at the impact varies for everyone. Having the same application really is just not realistic. Every customer is going to have different challenges, and there's going to be different ways to solve that. So using these edge components, whether it's scalability, openness, being able to talk to third-party devices, that's so important in being able to move quicker and being able to take on what everyone wants to do and all these goals that everyone has. So it's going to be a big impact. It's going to even become more of an impact as the workforce retires, and you're getting more and more people not necessarily wanting to come into these glamorous industries of water, wastewater, and some of these other industries that we're so familiar with. We want to be able to give them the tools and the tool sets so that they can be effective.
I think that's a very good point. If I look at the two companies like Emerson and Nokia, right? Emerson, and we have just spoken about that before, is an industrial giant, right? In many different sectors, not only manufacturing. We might know them from process industry, right? But they are active in many more segments, and that's similar to what Nokia does, right? Also looking into the innovation piece, right? Very innovative technologies, not only hardware and sensing technologies, but also the edge computing and also the software and analytics pieces. And I think that's a very good fit with what we as a Nokia bring to the market, because we come with our private wireless solution, with our mission critical networking, also across different segments. And we just spoke about that we basically meet at the edge, yeah, where those two solutions come together. And that's exactly why we said, okay, we need to explore that partnership, and we need to see how, let's say, the experience and the knowledge from Emerson coming from the industry can go together with the networking technologies and with our experience when it comes to connecting shop floors and digitalization and digitalization of assets. And that's exactly how we play together. And I'm really, really curious about what we can do in the future. We just started, right? And I think there is good potential to do more.